Jesse Eisenberg says he doesn't want to be associated with Mark Zuckerberg. Now, he famously played Mark Zuckerberg, didn't he?
Yeah.
In fact, it's pretty much the role that catapulted him to stardom. It's the role that most people know him for.
Yeah.
You know, with the Social Network, wasn't it? That's what it was called. The Social Network had Andrew Garfield in it as well. You know, it is the role. You know, it is his role. It's his most famous role. Why do you think he doesn't want to be associated with Mark Zuckerberg, Bo?
I don't know. Is it because the Zuck has come out as mildly MAGA and Eisenberg is a massive Hollywood wokeist?
It might just be.
Is it?
Zuck...
I honestly don't know. Is that the reason?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
It's because Zuck has revealed himself to no longer want to be a cuck. Is basically what it is. So, actor and filmmaker Jesse Eisenberg has said he doesn't want to be associated with Mark Zuckerberg and described some of the Meta CEO's actions as problematic. Even that's fucking weak sauce, isn't it?
I have never liked Eisenberg. Never liked it. I don't know what it is. One of those people I just take a sort of almost an instant dislike to when he first became an actor. I'm like, really? This guy, you're promoting this guy. He's going to be the lead role in things, is he? This dude.
Yeah.
I've never liked him. Don't like him. Sorry.
He's not a particularly great actor, to be fair. He kind of just plays himself. Like if you see him in interviews and things like that, he does effectively just play himself. So yeah, Eisenberg portrayed Zuckerberg in David Fincher's The Social Network. He received an Oscar nomination for the role. Speaking on BBC4 Tuesday, Eisenberg said he hadn't been following Zuckerberg's life trajectory, adding, I don't want to think of myself as associated with somebody like that. It's not like I played a great golfer or something, and now people think I'm a great golfer. It's like this guy that's doing things that are problematic, taking away fact-checking and safety concerns, making people who are already threatened in this world more threatened.
Oh, cry me a river, Jesse.
Oh,
bitch.
God.
And no one associates you with the real Mark Zuckerberg. There's a tiny number of people that are retarded enough to confuse an actor with the character they're playing. Like there are a tiny number of like literally clinically retarded people with like minus 75 IQ that think that. No one else thinks that, Jesse. No one else thinks that. Dickhead. Oh, God. Anyway, sorry. You carry on.
No, you're right. Like, but also, you know, making people who are already threatened in this world more threatened by what? How are more people threatened? Yeah. You know, you're taking away fact checking and safety concerns. The safety concerns, what? There's still safety concerns there. Like he's still got Mark Zuckerberg as he changed everything. It's still pretty stringent, to be fair. Like it's nothing like Twitter. And also, I hate to break it to you, Eisenberg, mate, but the internet's the internet. It's not the real world. You can literally log off it and go touch grass. Right? Like you can literally remove yourself from that situation. You are in that situation that is apparently threatening you by choice because you have the choice to remove yourself from it. Everyone has that choice. Yeah. You know, when I'm not doing this, funnily enough, I'm playing with my dogs or I'm driving a car or I'm hanging out or doing a whole multitude of things. I switch off. I don't look at it. It's fine. It can't hurt you. It's not the real world.
Yeah.
Fuck these people. Honestly.
I also I deleted my Facebook years ago. Years and years ago, like 8, 9, I don't know, honestly, like a few years before I even started at Lotus Eaters, where I've been 4 years of now.
I did it.
Lucky 4 years.
So I deleted Facebook before they had that first major leak. Do you remember when it all came out that all the data had been sent out? Like, I mean, that's like over a decade ago, isn't it? Like a decade and a half ago, something like that. Absolutely. Yeah. I deleted it then.
Yeah.
So much happier without it. What a piece of shit.
That was the point I was going to make. When I deleted it, my life was somewhere between exactly the same to ever so slightly better. It didn't make any difference. And the other thing I would say to people because my job is, and your job as well, Nate, is to be online, right? We're content creators, right? So that's sort of the world we're in. But I absolutely make sure I'm not on Twitter all the time. Like, I absolutely make sure that I take a day here or there where I don't look at it, very deliberately don't look at it. Like over this last weekend, I was I don't think I did anything on it. It's important. It's really important not to be constantly looking at the news or Twitter, like, because I mean, your feed is what you make of it, right? It's as toxic as you want it to be. You can have it all about puppies and food if you want it to be, right? But it is important to just the old thing, touch grass. Live in the real world a bit, right? As much as possible, really. But live in the real world, because if you don't, it's not healthy, probably. Well, almost certainly not healthy. Yeah.
No, I completely agree with you. I mean, I go through spats. I'll be on Twitter, for like a few days, then I just disappear for a few days. Yeah. I'm on it for a few days, then I disappear for a few days. I'm on it for a few days, disappear for a few days, because I have to be on it. You know, I can't not be on it.
Yeah.
And I say that unfortunately, like, it is unfortunate. You know, like, don't get me wrong, guys watching. You know, I like interacting with you, like 100%. You know, you see me on Twitter, I interact with you guys, and it's nice. Like, it's good, it's fine. But my God, like, life would still be so much, more fulfilling, without that element there, for sure. You know, like, social media is designed to capture you. It's designed to get those small little dopamine hits. Get it in, like, you need it. And life's better without it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, it really is.
I mean, it's like, as you said, it's sort of part of our jobs, right? It is sort of part of my job to be to promote shit on Twitter, promote our content and all sorts of stuff. And the way I often do it is, I'm on Twitter because I do it literally 9 to 5 in the office, or often more than those hours. But anyway, I'll have Twitter open in the office and look at it intermediately throughout the day, and then not do it in the evening at all. And then quite often at the weekends, maybe check in on Saturday or Sunday evening and have a bit of a scroll around and that. But most of the day on the weekend, not. So got to be careful not to get completely addicted to it. It's really sad when you see people that are. You lose perspective of things, don't you? It's very easy to lose perspective when you're constantly online. And anyway, maybe Jesse Eisenberg has lost perspective. Sounds like he probably never had any in the first place.
Well, he's definitely, because check what he says out here. These people have billions upon billions of dollars, like more money than any human person has ever amassed. And what are they doing with it? Oh, they're doing it to curry favor with somebody who's preaching hate. That's what I think. Not as like a person who played in a movie. I think of it as somebody who's married to a woman who teaches disability justice in New York and lives for her students. And lives for her students are going to get a little harder this year. Lives for her students. I mean, I don't understand that last bit, to be fair, but this is just nonsense. Like, preaches hate. Again, hate is subjective, right? You could be on the receiving end of hate, but the opposing person is on the receiving end of love, right? You can these kind of emotions that you're attaching to actions are purely subjective. So deporting millions upon millions of people, right? Yeah, sure, they might view it as hate, but the person's lives that are harmed by these individuals being living right next to them, robbing them, stealing them, raping them, whatever it might be, well, they're going to love this. It's purely subjective. The emotions that he's attaching to this is purely a subjective matter. And always question, why someone is so overwhelmingly aligned to people that don't have your best interests at heart, because that's a bit weird. That's a bit weird.
Do you know, I mean, those opinions he's expressing there strike me as just extremely weak.
Mm.
It's just
Soy
extreme
boy.
weakness. And I mean, are you surprised looking at Jesse Eisenberg, a tiny little manlet, right? Everything about him screams weakness. Physically, intellectually, emotionally. It's just, he couldn't be weaker, right? Look at him. Look at him. Ugh. Ugh.
The embodiment of soy boy.
Yeah, pure soy. He's 90% more soy than man. Yeah, his opinion is worthless. This is a worthless person. Hollywood producers have picked him to be on camera, but he is worthless.
Mm.
So, there
Yeah.
you go.
And an idiot.
Yeah. Right.
An actual idiot.
Mm.
Oh, he's just preaching. They're preaching hate. What hate? I've seen nothing but optimism. The only hate that I see being preached is the vitriol and nastiness spewed from the people that have lost. I just see hope and optimism from other people at the moment. Like, yeah, we just need to fix things. Yeah, we need to get things moving. Yeah, we need to, make your lives better. I mean, what's hateful about that? Pretty optimistic, to be honest.
Yeah. Putting the interests of the people of the United States by the United States government. That's hate, is it? No. How about you go fuck yourself? And if you don't like it that much, you can bugger off to Tel Aviv or whatever. Am I allowed to say that?
Oh, I love it. It's brilliant. Yeah, it's fine. This is a low-key children, so it's fine. Oh, there you go. Right. We'll move on from there.